So you want to know the best way to play with Manchester City? Well, that's great, because in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can get the best out of this team and score amazing goals like this, or even a real banger like this. But even when you have the best tactics, the best formation, it can happen that you are not really concentrated and that you get a goal against like this. Or when FIFA is totally against you and your defender is doing this, and that you get a goal against like this. Or that your opponent is just a really good football player, FIFA player, and score a goal like this. Then it can happen that you are about to lose the match. But that is not what you want, of course. So you need a game plan, and that is exactly what I have for you in this formation. A game plan for more attacking football or even for more defensive football, because we are not going to lose this match. And we're scoring the equalizer. And even in the hottest moment of the match, we are scoring the winning goal. And after that winning goal, you need, of course, some secureness in your defense. You're going to play ultra defensive to seal that win. So now we are coming to the more boring part of this video, sorry about that, but it is really important. So watch it all, take your controller, start up FIFA and set up everything the same like I do. Because if you don't, then it can happen that it's not really working that good. So try it out yourself in online matches, at least 5 matches I will say. Maybe you need to get used to it a bit, and yeah, you can say that after 1 match it's not working, because it can be that your opponent is just a really good opponent and you would lose that match anyway. But after 5 matches you have a really good view of this tactics, and hopefully it will help you to win more matches. So after these 5 matches, come back and let me know in the comments what you think of it and what your results were. I'm really curious about that. All right, let's start. For Manchester City, it's a bit different formation than I normally use, but it is a 4-1-4-1 formation. The lineup: Ederson is the goalkeeper, Walker is the right defender, Diaz and Akanji are the center backs, and Cancelo is the left defender. Some people will say, why are you not playing Laporte? He is a way better defender, I know, but he is way slower than Akanji is, and I really like to have at least one fast center back. So Akanji, more than 80 pace, I think, is good. Diaz is a bit slower, but one slow center back is not that bad. If you want to use fast center backs, then switch Ake for Diaz. You have 2 faster center backs, but for me, 1 fast and 1 slower center back is okay. Then we have the most defensive midfielder, that is Rodri. On the right side of the midfield, you have Mahrez. Central midfielder De Bruyne and Silva, both are going to play really attacking. I'm going to show you that later. And Foden is the left midfielder, and Haaland is the striker, of course. Then we're going to the tactics: balanced on defensive style. The width is 45. Depth is also 45. Build-up play is balanced. Then we're going to the chance creation, that is direct passing. The width is 25, because this is a really wide formation and it's hard to involve your left or right midfielder in the game, in your passing, etc. If you are putting this way wider. So really small, this one. The plays in the box, just 4 bars. Corners and free kicks, both 2 bars. Then we're going to the instructions. Walker, the right defender, stay back while attacking. Then we have the center backs, just default. And then Cancelo, stay back while attacking. Then we have Rodri, cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and cover center. Then we have De Bruyne, get forward, because we only have 1 striker, so he needs some support. Then we're going to Silva, the same, also get forward. Both midfielders has the high work rates, but I really want them to go forward, so I also instruct them to do that, and they will come back when it's necessary because of their high defensive work rate. Then we're going to the right midfielder. He is just default. The same for the left midfielder, just default, didn't change anything. And then Haaland is on getting behind and stay forward. All right. This is the starting formation that I just showed you. You are going to use this around 50 minutes, 20 minutes in game maybe, to feel how your opponent is playing. Is he better than you? Is he a better player or a worse player? Are you just even? What tactics is he using? Is he playing pressure? Is he playing counter football? Whatever. It is just tasting how he is playing, and after that you can switch to another one if you want. But if you are doing well, if you're scoring goals, if you're leading, then don't switch, just use this. But if you need, there you go, switch. And this one is a bit more attacking formation. If you think I'm better than my opponent, but it is hard to create some chances, then you are going to go to this one, the attacking formation. It is the same formation, it's the same lineup, only the tactics and the instructions are a bit else. Press after possession loss on defensive style. The width is still 45, but the depth is 60. So we are playing higher on the pitch. You are going to press when you lose the ball. So you want to be higher on the pitch with all your players. So it's harder for your opponent to pass the ball around, and it's easier for you to recover that ball. Build-up play is different with long ball and direct passing. With long ball, especially the left and the right midfielder will make some better runs into the space if there is some space. So if you want to play more attacking, then that is really necessary. Direct passing still, because that is the chance creation that I like the most. The width is 30, a bit wider, so you have a bit more space to pass the ball around. But with the runs with long ball, it's another kind of playing than when you have it unbalanced and a bit smaller. Players in the box, it's 5 bars. Corners and free kicks, still both 2 bars. I would not recommend to go higher if it's not necessary, because you are really weak under the counter attack, especially with corners, if you are having 3 or more bars. Then we're going to the instructions. Let's see what is else. It is on Mahrez and it is on get in behind. Even with the long ball, I really want to instruct him to go in behind, make that runs. I know he is not a really fast winger, but that is a bit of a problem for me personally with Manchester City. They don't have fast wingers, and I always like to play with fast wingers. So it's hard for me to play with Manchester City, but it is what it is. We need to deal with that, and with this, it is the best we can do. The same for Foden, get in behind. I really want to make the left and the right midfielder to make the runs forward, and when you can, give them a through ball and then you can cross to Haaland or pass to Haaland, whatever. But making the runs will also create space for Silva and for De Bruyne. And yeah, it's a bit different playing than the default formation, but hey, when you need to score goals, when you think you are better, but it is hard to create chances, you need to change something, and this is it, what you want to change. Then let's go to the other formation. This is the defensive formation, and it's not really a defensive formation, it's just a different formation than the 4-1-4-1. Sometimes you have these matches that it is really hard to create chances against your opponent, and sometimes that is because the formation that he is using, it is about his play style. It can be anything, but then you need to change something to something different to try out if that is working better for you. And that is what this formation is about. It's the 4-3-3 holding formation. The lineup, I think it's pretty the same. Rodri is still the central defensive midfielder. De Bruyne and Silva still the central midfielders, but Mahrez and Foden are not left and right midfielders, but left and right wingers. That is the big difference in this formation, and maybe it is it's better during some matches to create some chances. Then we're going to the tactics. It's a bit the same like the first formation, balanced 45-45, build up play balanced, direct passing. The width a bit wider with 30. Plays in the box, 5 bars, corners and free kicks, both 2 bars. Then the instructions: Walker, just stay back while attacking. Centre backs default. Cancelo, stay back while attacking. Then we have Rodri, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking and cover center. De Bruyne, he is just default. Silva, just default. Mahrez on the right side, free roam is the only thing I changed for him. Getting behind for Haaland and stay forward. And then we have Foden, also free roam on the left wing. Then we are going to the most attacking formation. This is the formation that I used to score the 2 goals that I needed to win that match. We were losing, we were behind with 3-2, and we needed the goals to win. And then I switched to this formation. It's the 3-5-1-1 formation. And yeah, as you already saw, Let's go back a bit. There it is, 3-5-1-1. Edison the goalkeeper. I'm using Walker as a center back. Diaz and Akanji also center backs. Using Cancelo and Rodri as the central defensive midfielders. I'm going to show you the instructions later, but Cancelo is more attacking, Rodri is more defensive. We have Silva as the central midfielder, Mahrez on the right side, Foden on the left side, De Bruyne as a central forward, and Haaland as the striker. You can substitute players as well. I did that. What I did, I brought in Grealish for Foden because Foden was a bit tired. I brought in Phillips for Rodri because Rodri was also a bit tired, and I brought in Gundogan for Silva because tired players are playing worse. They are passing worse. They are shooting worse, they are dribbling worse, and that's not what you want, especially not if you want to score some goals. So you need some fresh players, and that is what I brought in, some fresh players to help me score goals. So that is really important thing as well, the substitutes. Then we're going to the tactics. For this one, I already said Cancelo on the defense. Yes, the tactics, there they are. Press after possession loss. I don't like constant pressure. I already said that in videos before, but if you didn't saw that, constant pressure, I don't like that personally. If you do, then switch it to constant pressure. But if your opponent is good enough to play around the pressure, then you are lost. You are playing so attacking, and your whole defense will be wide open if you are playing constant pressure, and it's easy for your opponent to score a goal during a counter attack. So what I want from my team is press after possession loss. The players are going to press, and after a few seconds, when you don't have recovered the ball, then your players are going back to the balanced defensive style and not running into the opponent all the time. Your players are getting more tired, and I already said tired players are playing worse, so that's not what you want. And if your opponent is good enough to play around the pressure, then you are gone. So press after possession loss, try to recover the ball in a few seconds. If that is not working, then go back and defend normally. The width is 45, the depth is 80, really high on the pitch because we want some heavy pressure on your opponent, and you can do that if you are really high on the pitch. If you are low on the pitch, then your opponent has more space to pass the ball around. The build-up play, fast build-up to surprise your opponent a bit with the running players that we have in the middle. Lots of central midfielders, defensive midfielders, central forward. With that fast build-up, they are making some lovely runs, and you have some combinations, possibilities. Chance creation, still direct passing, the width 50, plays in the box 7 is a lot, but you need to score goals. Corners and free kicks, I already said it, normally not more than 2, but we really need to score goals, so 4 on both, and just hope that you score goals with more players in the box. But again, you are really weak on a counter attack if you lose the ball during a corner. Then the instructions, center backs are our default. Cancelo is the most attacking central defensive midfielder. I didn't change anything to his instructions, so all is default. Rodri, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, so he is the most defensive midfielder. Silva, get forward because we need to score goals, so we want our central midfielder to go forward. De Bruyne, stay forward is the only thing I changed for him. Mahrez, come back on the fence and stay wide because we are not playing with a left and a right defender, so we want them to go back when it's necessary, but we want them to stay wide because look at all these players in the middle. You don't want Mahrez or Foden to go in the middle as well because it's really, really crowded over there, so you want them to stay wide. So the same for Foden, come back on the fence and stay wide. And then we're going to Haaland, get in behind and stay forward are his instructions. All right, we scored that 2 goals, really amazing. And then we are switching to the most defensive formation because we want to seal that win and don't consider any other goals. So the 5-3-2 holding is the formation to go. I'm using Walker as the right defender, Cancelo as the left defender. Rodri is a central defender, but yeah, you can switch Laporte for him or Ake for him if you want, if you still can, because during the match that you saw, I already used all my substitutes, so I couldn't change anything. But if you can, I will recommend to put in Laporte or Ake and not Rodri as a centre back. Then we have De Bruyne, Silva, Mahrez, Foden and Haaland. And what you also can do, of course, is get out Mahrez out of the field and put in Phillips. If you didn't do that yet, then you can switch Phillips and De Bruyne. So De Bruyne is playing as central midfielder and Phillips as the central defensive midfielder, or play Rodri as the defensive midfielder. And you know what I mean. Just switch something to their natural possession. Then we're going to the tactics for this one. The tactics defensive style is drop back with a width of 40 and a depth of 40. Not too wide, not too much back to your own goal. I already said it in other videos. I'm gonna say it again for the people who don't know it. But if you are lower on the pitch than 35, your defense will be around here, and then it's way easier for your opponent to score some goals from distance because the defenders are not blocking it from that distance. If you are around 40, they will be here, and 9 out of 10 times your opponent is shooting from distance from this area, because if he's doing that from further away, it's way easier for your goalkeeper to save them. But from this distance, it's really dangerous to get some goals to get some shots from distance, but your defenders can block it more easy from that distance. So that is why I recommend 40 depth and not lower than 35. All right, to build a play, balanced, chance creation, direct passing. The width is 50. Plays in the box 4 bars. Corners and free kicks both 1 bar. Then we're going to the instructions. Walker, stay back while attacking. Cancelo the same, stay back while attacking. The center backs are just default. De Bruyne, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking and cover center. Silva default, Mahrez default, Foden come back on defense, and Haaland drift wide, get in behind and stay forward. So Haaland is the only one who is staying forward, and with the drift wide and getting behind, when you get the ball, look at your mini map, look what Haaland is doing. If he's making a run this way, or making a run this way, or maybe just straight forward, give him a long through ball, and the chance that you can go one-on-one on the goalkeeper is really high. So that is your only attacking power that you have in this formation. A long ball to Haaland, and hopefully you can score another goal. All right, this is it for Manchester City. Try it out yourself. Hopefully you will win with this, because that's why I'm making these videos, guys, helping you win more matches. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.